Good morning. Welcome back to Dower House Farms. We're a beautiful calves farm, East Cork, south of Ireland. We put up the video every day. So, getting the silage pushed in here now to these cattle, and let's get the silage pushed in and get them fed. And I'm going dung sampling the calves then, see do they need to be dosed. I would be fairly sure they don't, because there is zero coughing going on. That shot of Draxin we gave them really cured them. It was a good decision to do it. It was recommended by my vet that I should, and I'm glad we did it. So cost a lot of money, but costs a hell of a lot more if the calves aren't thriving. So get these lads and lassies fed up there now. Get a bucket of this premix. Look at this for contentment. They haven't even been fed their nuts yet today. They're all lying down. So we like to see. So I'm out taking dung samples now. This crowd are out 3 weeks, I think. So this is their first dung sample now, but I've been 99% sure they don't need to be done. We'll do them anyway, and we'll do the other two groups that are out about 5 weeks. Dung samples done. Getting these sucks moved now down onto the new grass seeds. So we didn't reseed this passage here, so we have these in all our blocks, but I'm going to put the trucks on this now and that, just to be messing up the old new seeds and the first grazing on that. Come on, sucks, shift along, let's you. I've one truck moved already. One handy thing about having a bull with calves is they drag along the old calves out of the gap or whatever, they're used to it, so it's a great job. Come on, lads. Now, off they go into their new seeds. Beautiful. Look at that. Now what you love to see. These lads are following me slowly, but by the time I'll be down and walk back up, they should be all out of the field. Make life easy. Isn't that just lovely now? All sauntering away down. This the last fella just gone by there, hopefully. I only have to walk halfway up. Ideal. So it is just a beautiful morning, these clocks morning. Sun shining, 21 or 2 degrees. Loads of rain, nitrogen washed in, grass burn out of the ditches. Sunshine now, wall to wall sunshine out to fill the grain. Ideal. Don't think it'll happen quite that way, but maybe. A few stragglers. Hopefully that's the end of them. We'll take our chances. Save me walking the whole way back up there. Someone commented about all the ash dieback. Yeah, it's disgusting. Like, nothing really much been done about it to the best of my knowledge. I'm not very up on it now, but I know that. Like, look down here. Look at that. Like, all that hedge line is going to be gone in a couple of years' time. Some pity, but anyway, and they're I love all them high trees. Come on, boys. Shake a leg. Wait till you see you're going out into new grass seeds. Go on. Good boys. We're a long way from being out of the woods yet, but touch wood, we haven't had the slightest, other than that cough when the calves went out, been plain sailing. Look, I have said it before, I think you set them up for success or failure when they go out, but you set them up inside. And we've had a lot of hard learnings over the years. Jeez, we've had years there where we let calves out, and after all the good work inside, they just melt. But luckily these are going away lovely, and they're as quiet. We used to before you could never shift them, they'd be running through wires and everything, but these old lads are as quiet as pet lambs. Come on, boys. New grass seeds looking mint, apart from the tramline. I reckon I'm not going to bother spraying these because there's no docks in them, and the Pro Clove is doing absolutely nothing for thistles, which is the only sort of weed we've here. And the majority of the rest of them weeds will just graze out of it. So I don't really see any point in spraying it. It's like 30 euro an acre or something. So, Jesus, Dad is growing crops a long time, and he's no stranger to the cost of chemicals. But he went up there and he got Pro Clover the other day, and he came back. He was nearly white with the price of it. Come on, ups, go on, lad. So yeah, it's and it's useless, feckin' useless. But anyway, on our farm, on other farms, it may work absolutely brilliantly. But that's just my opinion. I'm not dissing the product. I'm just saying on our farm, it's no good. You know, because I wouldn't like to upset any multi-billion-dollar chemical companies. God forbid. Not just a thing of beauty. Healthy calves, grazing new grass seeds. Oh, that fella now doesn't look hectic, does he? That little lad. He's a bad old calf, but hey, he's still not bad condition, to be fair. These boys are shining. Lovely. What I've left in this bucket now, I'll put into the Advantage feeder over there. It's empty. These are the next batch calves gone out. They averaged 110 kilos. We vaccinated them for blackleg as well, so there's great calves in it. Some of them up there to 140 and some of them down as far as like 70. So but there are a few crossbreds. But yeah, they're not a bad old bunch of calves. Hopefully they should kick on now when they go to grass. Hopefully, you know. Hopefully they get as far as the grass now, because they must go the whole way up to the across the road to another farm, so hopefully they make it there. And so, boys and girls, off you go. Up there now. Please go straight on. Please. Please, 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 please. Come on. So far, so good on that. Come on, boys. Just came down to check on these boys that are on the seeds. They all look fairly content. I'll give you a quick run through of what I'm going to do in terms of wormers. So we won't graze this too tight now. Like that was it. This is a little bit of a light cover down here, and they nearly had that grazed down tight enough already. So we'll just nip it off, and we'll probably be back in here in 2 weeks again, I'd imagine, because this will hop out of the ground. So my plan for these calves for dosing for the years. I dig dung samples on these calves today. I think they're out about 4 or 5 weeks, and they just have low levels of worms, about 200-ish per 1,000 grams or whatever the case is, which is acceptable. It is a worm burden, but where you'd expect it to be this time of the year. So my plan is I'm going to dose them in 2 weeks, which would be a month later than usual. Now we're going out later, a little bit later this year, so that is to be taken into account. But we're going to dose them with Cydectin LA, which is an injectable wormer that covers them for, I think, it's either 3 or 4 months, I'm not sure. So we're aiming to do them, these 2 groups, the first week of July. The other group that are out 2 weeks had no worms. So often we might have blanket dosed all these together, but we decided to take the dung sampling route this year, and definitely I think it'll pay off. This is the other group, happy out. So you give them this injection, Cydectin LA, behind the ear, into the fat in behind the ear, and it's a long-lasting wormer. So I'm not exactly sure how it works. It gives them 3 months cover anyway, so you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the summer. We had 1 batch of calves that were done with that last year, and it was fairly successful. So we're going to try that, and definitely pour-ons are starting to lose their efficacy on this farm. So we are going to do that for the coming year, for this year, with these 2, with all our calves, and we'll probably dung sample. These won't be dung sampled now again, they'll just be done now in 2 weeks' time, because both groups have the same level of worms, which is just small, but it's there. So yeah, all these lads are fairly content in their new seeds. I wouldn't they be? It's like being in a field of sweets for them. Happy out. Both the dung samples also had low levels of coccidia, which is coccidiosis, which, unless they're scoury, I ignore. Some people say get in as a preventative and dose them. I say let the preventative be that you don't put them under stress. Whatever that takes, be it nuts or whatever, strip wires or whatever that means in your context, I think that's the best prevention for coccidiosis, in my opinion, or summer scar for that matter. I think it was a Saturday's video, there was a bull, I was moving bulls, and there was a bull that was scoury, and I said I must do a dung sample because they were wormed, and in fairness to him, he obliged. I went over and I was nearly able to pick it up with the cup, and but yeah, no worms, just low level of coccidia again. So just maybe a little bit. If it was worms now, you'd say right, just resistant worms, but maybe something going on with him there. He's in great order, but it's pure water flowing out of him. So maybe it was just something he ate or what, I don't know. He definitely wasn't as bad today, so maybe it was something he just ate on that day. But he's still a little bit scoury, but look how full all these lads are. Like they're on the burst. Not a peep out of them. Cooks are perfect, as we like to see. Stop coughing, you idiot, you're ruining my video. So now, that's it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And put in the comments what you're doing about wormers. That's what I'm going to do this year. Yeah, I was never a huge advocate of dung sampling. And I said it quite openly at any discussion group that it came up, but I'm not afraid to give my opinion, as you will know. For the reason that you dung sample today, send them off, and we weren't getting the results back for a week or 10 days or sometimes 2 weeks. And like, you were getting results back from how many worms were there 2 weeks ago. So they were no way relevant to what was going on today. You actually got the results back. But our vets now, in fairness to them, are after getting Middleton vets are after getting a machine that will give you same day results. Oh, they've no water. Oh yeah, this track actually sometimes, for no reason whatsoever, I've no idea why, the water stops here. The flow is real low. Ah, there we go. Yeah, the bog cock just sort of gets stuck. But try now. Yeah, so they have a machine now that I dropped into dung samples this morning, and they rang me there at 5 o'clock with results. So I think they deserve huge credit for that, because wormer resistance is a major problem within calf rearing, and they're taking steps to help farmers to get around that problem. So fair play to them, and it's definitely a service I'll be using in the future. And they were on to me there at 5 o'clock this evening, so it's not as if they have nothing to be doing, only picking up the phone to me, so fair play to them. Just getting the silage pushed into these boys now, and I'll just take a little bit for I had to bring in 2 bulls today, 2 lame bulls. Both of them fairly lame now. One a sore hock and the other one a sore foot. So we haven't had to bring in a bull all year. There was 2 of them in like 2 days. So. But yeah, they're in the sick bay there. I injected them, gave them a bit of painkiller, gave one of them a bit of antibiotic. So yeah, hopefully the bulls will be out for another. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, not sure whether I will, I'm hoping for the 15th of August. That would be unreal if I could get till then. So they'll be in the 15th, 100 days then, would happen nearly to the 1st of December. Now I probably won't leave them all out that long, but if I could leave half of them, actually I won't. I was going to give them lads some of that, but I won't. It'll blow the backside off them. I'll give them just a bit of maize. So if I could get half of them. Oh. You okay? Jesus, sorry about that. So if I could get half of them until the 1st of August, which is only about 5 weeks. 14, yeah, 14 and 30 is 44. Yeah, so 5 weeks. No, it's more, 6 weeks, sorry. That'd be 6 weeks. And if we could get the other half from then to middle of August, that would be super. So I suppose, look, we'll fill it home here first, and then we'll probably go to the outside yard then. So, pull back this sheet now, because I pull it down there every day over the maize, because my don't rip it, I'm driving on it now. Silly Pat. Right, start again. Yeah, so if I could get that far, that would be unreal. Actually, I have another 2 sheets now to cover up the meal in the shed, and myself and Fong are going to go at that in the morning, and put some more for the bales as well. Ah, Pat, what are you doing? Jesus, I'm making an absolute dog's dinner of this. Oh my god, this has never happened to me. Literally, I always get the first go, but not when I'm on camera, obviously. And I want like tiny bit. So now, job done. Yeah, so like if they're in the first week of August, I think 100 days is about to the 1st of November. Look, who knows what will happen, but with a good beef price, we'll probably be feeding them for. Historically, we would always have after 60 days had a draw out of a pen of bulls, and the last one would be gone after say 90 days. That's not my plan this year. My plan this year is to feed them all for 100 days and just empty pens then. We'll just empty pens and lovely. We'll just kill them all the same day. That's one thing I've learned from being at numerous different feedlots over the last couple of years. They rarely call out of pens. In fact, one very good manager, feedlot manager I was with, made a good point. He said, I'm just after hitting the wall of the shed there. Jesus. If you're calling animals, you're calling the best animals in the pen as opposed to the worst animals in the pen. So it doesn't really make much sense to work it like that. So now that's that job being done. Oh, let's give me a bit of throttle there. Nearly forgot that. The poor little bulls would be sore bums lying on concrete. Right now there's a bit of a Spanish straw here that is after getting a little bit wet. That'll be more than good enough. Lovely. Right, I think I told you I was going to leave it there now for today's video about half an hour ago. But anyway, I am actually going to leave it there now for today's video because I must go home for my grub. And if the window is down, I must come back and go and spray 50 acres of oats. And if not, we'll do it tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Put in the comments below what wormers you're going to use. Do you have resistance to porans? That's a good one now. Do you have resistance to porans? And if so, what do you use? Because I don't think I have a major resistance problem, but I think I do have a bit of a one, so I'm just going to nip it in the bud and go away from it. Thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow for House Farms.